Hi everyone, today I am going to teach about EC2 placement group. So what is EC2 placement group? It is a logical grouping of EC2 instances in a underlying physical hardware. So why we want to use placement group means control over EC2 instances or placed to meet performance, availability and fault tolerance. Before knowing about what are all the types are available in the EC2 placement groups, we have to know about data center servers and racks available inside the server, and how many virtual machines are running inside the rack. So in this image you can see a data center having multiple servers. So each server is consists of multiple racks like this. So in the single rack it have multiple virtual machine running inside the rack. So when we create a cluster, we have three different placement groups. When we create a cluster placement group, Amazon will place this instances in a single ACE without any partition, which means in a single server it place all the instances in a single server. So what will happen means, if any disaster happen, this whole instances will be deleted or destroyed. That's the con of this cluster placement group, and it is used for low latency, high bandwidth and tightly coupled application. We can go with cluster placement group. And next one is partition placement group. When we create a partition placement group, Amazon will place these instances in a different servers in a data center. Group of instances is partition, and this group will placed in a one server, and this group is placed in another server, this group is placed in another server, and this group is placed in another server. So if any hardware problems or any disaster happen, so this instances only will be affected, but it won't affect any other partitions with the other servers. So it will be more available when comparing with cluster placement group. So it have the different rack and different power source and a different network path. So in the partition placement group, we can able to create a maximum of 7 partitions in a single availability zone. So the workload for this partition placement group is big data applications like Hadoop and Cassandra. And the next one is for this placement group, partition placement group, I have a image. Yes, this partition have multiple instances and this partition have multiple instances. So in this 5 partitions, each partition have multiple instances inside the partition. So if this partition will fail, it won't affect another partition of other instances or another partitions of another servers. So it when comparing with cluster placement group, partition placement group have high availability. And the next one is spread placement group. In this placement group, each instances are placed in a different servers, so it won't affect if any instance fails, so other instance will be running smoothly, so it won't affect any other instances. And what type of workload for this spread placement group is critical applications, and which application need a high availability. And so using this spread placement group, each instances are isolated. In this partition placement group, each partitions are isolated, so this partition is isolated, and this, so like this we have the different placement groups. So here you can see the spread placement group image. This instance is placed in a different rack. This instance is placed in a different rack. This instance is, so each instance is placed in a different rack, so it won't affect each other. If any one fails, other instances will run smoothly.